Hi everybody, it's time for a No Tag Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and these questions come from Sandy from Life with Sandy.
Hi Sandy.
And her channel is going to be listed below with all the other wonderful channels who are participating in this tag. And this has been coordinated by Tracy over at Trials of a Long-Haired Girl. So thanks also to Tracy, and here we go with the first question. Which family member is the best cook and the worst cook? But they try.
Best cook?
Aw.
Chef status.
No, you're sweet.
And I try.
Aw.
We're the only two that do the cooking, so I mean, you're the best, I'm the worst. That's okay.
I think he's really, really good at a lot of things. Honestly, whatever he puts his hand to, it's good.
No.
It's just that I cook more often. I think that's it. And he's kind. He's really kind about my cooking. So
great cooking.
That's it.
Awesome.
But honestly, I think if Calvin was home, we'd both be eating Calvin's food. So Calvin's the real chef.
He picked it up off you.
Oh, you're so sweet. What is your favorite story about your grandparents? I will let you go first.
I got too many good ones. The logging. My grandfather started a logging company up in the Sierra Nevadas, and this is back like in the 40s and the 50s. And, late 30s, early 40s.
Wow.
And they knew how to log and party.
I heard stories about them riding, what is that called? The log?
The log flew?
Yeah, it goes like down the hill.
That's how you'd get logs down the mountain, is from a water flue.
Riding it.
And,
I think they had to be pretty toasted to do that.
Like rides like at Knott's Berry Farm. The
yeah,
log
but like
jam
a real one.
is based on that stuff.
That's crazy. I get scared on a log ride as it is, let alone having one with no seats. I think that's fabulous. Anyway, I don't really know. I can't think of anything about my grandparents right now, so I'll have to come back to that one and see if I can remember anything. I'm sure there's stuff out there. Anyway, let's go on to the next one for now. Number 3. What was it like growing up being the youngest, oldest, middle, or only child?
Middle child here.
Middle child
It's
here.
great.
Well, no, not middle child for a while.
Quite a while.
Right. And then I was middle child, and then I identified as the middle child because we had 13 in our family, 13 kids. My family wanted 12, and they got a baker's dozen. And so I was third from the top, and then they kept coming.
Like
So
Pez dispenser.
But after that, not quite. But anyway. Oh, how you talk. anyway, so I kind of got stuck in the middle kid syndrome. And then as the others came along, I just kind of like faded out into the background a bit. And I became the help. So he was one of 5.
Right in the middle.
And plus he was a boy, so he was like off,
Worked well for me.
Running the hills and just, catching frogs or whatever he did. So cute. All right. So were you not?
I was.
Okay. There you go. Number 4. What TV family reminds you of your family? I would say for the longest time it was 8 is Enough.
Oh, there you go.
Because during that time, that was probably one of the biggest TV families that was out there.
Back then.
So we kind of identified with them.
Mm.
Yeah. So we would say that to my mom after a while. Mom, 8 is enough because Mom's going to have another baby. And so, but yeah, I remember when it was 8. How about you?
Me, Mama's Family.
Mama's Family, the episode when they were playing the game Sorry, right? Okay, let's go on. The next one is, what personality traits do you share with your family? I would have to say probably my dad has a very quick wit. And, I mean, just really quick. He's always got something to say about absolutely everything. But he makes you laugh, too. He's just always... I think he works his way through life through joking. And I've done that a lot. I've really taken that sense of humor and have really leaned on it, you know. And sometimes I'm a little too quick-witted and I need to be quiet. But so that from Dad. I'd like to have more of my mom's sweetness, but to tell you the truth,
You got plenty of it.
I don't believe it when people say that. I feel like such a hypocrite, and so it just does. I feel like more.
You got
of
a
my
good
dad.
dose of both of them.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, what about you?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Well, you got your mom's. What was it? Her work ethic.
Yeah.
She liked to work.
Yeah.
She was serious about it, and he is a very good worker.
Yeah, she did really well
Yeah.
at keeping our family together based on her hard work, and I picked up on that.
Yeah. I would say when we were first married, he was ready to throw down a lot about almost everything. And I think that personality trait kind of ran in the family a little bit. And it was the first time I was having dinner at their house. He wasn't, I don't think you were there.
No,
he was in the Air Force already. And so I was visiting with their family.
My heart.
And we were having dinner, and, the first time, like a throwdown happened, and I was kind of like, it was between your mom and your sister.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whoa. This, like, honestly, even if my parents didn't get along in my family, never even in front of company.
Oh, no.
It's like never.
Yeah,
never.
we could throw some plates around.
And I was like, whoa, do I need to leave? Because I can't. There's nowhere for me to go. But it was really strange.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's not like that. And he's so mellow. My six, how did your grandparents and your parents meet?
My grandparents met in grade school. My dad's folks, they have a real sweet story.
I love that. That's a long time.
Grade school.
Yeah. I think was that the story you said she was being made fun of because she had red hair?
Yes.
And he came over by her and he said, well, I like your hair. It's real pretty. I think that's so sweet.
They were partners. So, according to them, partners ever since.
Oh, I love it. Well, my parents met, my dad was visiting an uncle, and my mom was visiting an aunt that lived behind them. And so I guess the uncle of my dad didn't have an extra room to sleep in or something. My dad was spending the night, and he just kind of like camped out on the living room floor. And my mom, I don't know if she noticed my dad or not, but she was bringing over a store-bought pie to the uncle. And so the story goes, Mom stepped over Dad on the way to the kitchen, and that kind of woke him up. And he was like, "Who is that?" But
what did he see?
I have no idea. I'm hoping her legs. But anyway, she's, honey. Anyway. So then she said she made the pie, and she didn't. But I think she was trying to impress. And so she left the pie, and he found out, who she was, and the rest is history. But I think some women wear false eyelashes, and some people buy pies.
There you go.
So to get what they want. Anyway, it worked. And you know what? I don't know if. Oh yeah, my dad would tell the story, and he said she fooled me. She's never made me a pie since.
There's that wit.
Right. Anyway, so that's how they met. Grandparents, I'm not sure how they met. I'll have to look into that. That's got to be interesting. Okay, next one, number 7. What is your favorite childhood memory with a family? Like vacation, holidays, birthdays, time with a relative? Oh, I would have to say parties, because it was a lot like, I really love that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I think because I could relate to it on that level, because there was always, when there was a birthday or something like that, the whole family had to come over, and we had big barbecues, cook all the meat, eat all the things, you know what I mean? And then pretty soon what was weird was there were no instruments at the beginning of the party, but at the end of the party, everybody played an instrument, and there were like guitars and harmonicas, and people were just singing, and then some people would like take a sombrero out from where did this come from? And I'm like, oh my goodness. And the kids got a kick out of it, because we're like, it's like a cartoon from Warner Brothers. It's like, where did all this come from? But obviously everybody was having a good time, and yes, obviously there was some alcohol going on. Which, now, I would never take my kid to a party that had alcohol, but I just, as a kid growing up, it was like a normal thing. It's like, well, the adults cook and then they drink, and then they sing, and then we all go home. Right? It was weird, but I would have to say it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. We'd get up and we'd get into, the RVs or whatever, and we'd go down to the parks, and then we'd have a party there, and they wouldn't really do a lot of alcohol at the park because then they had to drive home. But when we were at each other's houses, I think there was some more of that. I don't know. What about you?
Birthdays around my house pretty much sucked.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh no.
it's pretty lame, but...
Oh, yeah, when we first got married, birthdays were huge for me. And so then when it was like my birthday or something, and he didn't want to do anything at first, I was like, but it's my birthday,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it took him a while.
Yeah.
He's amazing at birthdays now. Absolutely
Got
the
my
best
game down.
at birthdays and Mother's Days and all holidays. When we were first married, and I said, well, what are we going to do for Mother's Day? He goes, every day is Mother's Day.
Well, it was.
Every day. You don't need a special day. I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work out, buddy. Long term,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Now we need to catch you up on Father's Day.
I know. Now he's a hard act to follow now. He is amazing, and I mean that.
JK.
It's true. All right. Now let's see. Number 8. Other than your significant other, which family member do you trust and confide in the most? I have several. Actually, I'm one of 8 girls in our family, so I have 7 sisters. So I have quite a few that I do confide in different things at different levels, and we're good friends in different ways. We all have our special relationships, but I have one friend here in town that I absolutely love, and she's sister to my heart. And I feel like I can confide in her about anything. And she's really sweet. She'll pray for me, and she's just a blessing to just be with. And I wish everybody had a friend like that. So anyway,
I have an older sister. We've always got along real well, and she's real down to earth. She doesn't hold any judgment. I could basically tell her anything, although I don't.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, too, I wanted to say, too, is that when we do confide, both of us feel the same about that, is that we don't want to put too much on somebody that we feel it might be tempting for them to scatter those words elsewhere. And so we don't want to put them in that position, so we're real careful about stuff like that. But it took a long time to get to that point. Now we know better. Let's see. We want to protect our relationship too, with that person.
Yeah.
So let's see. Number 9, which family member had the biggest impact on your life growing up? Ooh, we're at 14 minutes.
All right, go.
Let's get it done. I would have to say, my dad for the work ethic, my mom for her kindness and her charitability constantly. She was volunteering up until almost the time, just until she couldn't move anymore.
My mom for her work ethic, and my dad for knowing how to pull a good prank.
Number 10, that's true. Have you ever mapped out your family tree? Oh, man.
Yes and no.
Okay, I asked my mom for help in high school, and according to her, we are related to Columbus and Genghis Khan, right? So it's like, no. But I have sisters who are really serious who have done that.
And my grandfather pulled the same thing with me. In fact, we must be cousins because Christopher Columbus is in my family.
We're probably cousins in our family tree. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging in there. Bye.